Hey everybody, welcome to day 103 Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. Today I'm going to talk about the edge. All right. Jill, have your drink handy is all I have to say, because I'm going to be talking about a little bit about book club, and not even on purpose. It kind of happened by accident. All right. Hope everybody had a great day. Let me get some things out of the way here. Sales. We did not meet our sales goal today. Not even close. It was a kind of a quiet day here. We had sales, but definitely not enough to meet our sales goal. Just kind of like everything was super quiet. So interesting. But that's a day in the life of a full-time reseller. What can I say? Today, and I am reset to zero. The 2 packages I had to ship from today are out and ready to go. And joining me on the Reset to Zero challenge are Jill of Rusted Truck Relics, Jason, the Santee Swapper, Char, Fabulous Flamingos, Kathy of Kathy Singz, Nick, Mr. C Chats, Vanessa, Brightest Holidays, the Diabetic Reseller, Judith R, and Pam of Whimsy and Such. Thank you guys for joining me on this on day 103 of resetting to zero and making our workspaces clean and tidy and ready to go for the next morning. So maybe tidy isn't the right word. I have stuff ready to go for tomorrow morning for my listing. The table behind me has things on it and they are all lined up, and will be ready to roll in the morning, as I hope you will be as well. I'm ending the day early today. It's a little after 7 o'clock here on the East Coast, and I'm really excited. Got all my work done. I've been really just focusing in on my time blocks and getting my 4 hours in of listing every day. And it's challenging, but when my motivation is I'm stopping work earlier and focusing for those time blocks, I find a way to get it done quicker. It's a process. It's not easy, but it's totally worth it. All right. So this is the last day I am going to be talking about the video with Rory Vaden and Lewis Howes. It's also on podcast. It is linked up in the show notes. It was the 7 ways to avoid procrastination and obtain success. All right. So the last principle you know what? Before I get into that, I'm going to talk about today's quote because I thought it was really cool. Molly found it. It's a Ralph Waldo Emerson quote. And I could just pop it here up on the screen and read it. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. It's all about being authentic. Ralph had it right. Yes, I think he did. All right. So my word today was authentic, and I really tried to be aware of the fact of what I'm doing for other people or to please other people as opposed to what is authentically me. You'll see it's kind of silly, but I'm wearing my hoodie. It is finally hoodie weather here in Pennsylvania. My favorite, some people call it my uniform, is my zip up hoodie. I love it. It's my Consignment hoodie. Has my logo on the back, but that's not why. I just love zip up hoodies. Like, I just love it. I love when the weather changes. I love that it has pockets. It is authentically me. So I know it doesn't really go with the ensemble, but you know what? I love them, and I'm just being authentic to who I am. So maybe it looks a little ridiculous with the necklace, but I'm comfy and they really make me happy. All right. So anyway, I just went through my day trying to be more aware of being authentic and just being who I am. So here we go. And who I am is somebody that loves podcasts and thinking about things and how our minds work and how we can be more successful. That is totally authentically me. All right. I didn't mean to do a thumbs up there, but there you have it. So the principle number 7, the last one, and then we're going to move on and we're going to talk about other things, is the pendulum principle of action. And it talks about how success is never an accident. And I'm listening to the podcast and I'm like, this is totally the slight edge. Jill, drink. It is all about, so he used the thing of the rent axiom. Success is never owned. It is rented, and the rent is due every day. And it's all about how success is never an accident. It's about the small, seemingly insignificant things we do every single day. And those little small decisions are compounded over time. And we can either be making good small decisions or not so great small decisions. But it is that moves us forward. And it was totally The Slight Edge, right? The book by Jeff Olson, which we do in the C Chats book club, which is also always linked up in the show notes. We do that in the first quarter of every year. It is a book that will change your life. There is no doubt about it. Everybody that has read it and participated in book club, it has made significant improvements and changes to their life and the way they look at things. So it's that amazing that we do it in the first quarter of every year, because we all need a reminder. And each time you read it, you're kind of at a different place in your life and you get different things out of it. So join us if that sounds like something that is appealing to you. And that is Rory Vaden calls it the pendulum principle of action. I will continue to call it the slight edge, and I will continue to reference Jeff Olson in this because it was really just all about that. The other thing so this seventh principle is Rory Vaden talks about it in his book, Take the Stairs, which I have not read. And it really needs to be on my list because this whole podcast that I've been talking about for weeks is essentially the book in a condensed form. So we need to read the book, Take the Stairs by Rory Vaden. And I'm really excited to do that. I feel like I've already read it by listening to this podcast, but I'm sure it's like the science behind success is how it's described. So I'm really excited to read that book, Take the Stairs. One of the other things that they talked about was surrounding yourself with Take the Stairs people, surrounding yourself with people who are using the slight edge, surrounding yourself with people who are successful, right? We are the sum of the people we surround ourselves with, and just how important that is. And I know a lot of you are in our community or have a community of people, like a mastermind group, something along those lines, that are supportive but also push you. I think that's really important. It's great to have the support, but it's also, I think it's more wonderful to have the support and people that aren't afraid to push you a little bit. And that is what surrounding yourself with Take the Stairs people is all about. That is what the slight edge even touches on, is just making sure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people. And so I loved it. I loved the podcast. I got so much out of it. If you guys haven't listened to it or you haven't read The Slight Edge yet, please do yourself a favor. Give yourself that gift, because it truly is a gift. All right. So that's what I have for today. That was the seventh principle, and maybe my favorite principle of them all, because it's something I've been putting into practice for a while. I've got to get better at it. I've talked about how on my task list on Google Calendar, sorry, I was just bringing it up right here. I have my slight edge things. They're simple daily actions that I do every day, sometimes with success, sometimes I just force myself. 7 things that I do every day. I will tell you what they are. I do these things for at least 5 minutes every day. When I don't feel like it, I set a timer and I make sure I do them for at least 5 minutes. And they're right on my taskbar, my task list, on my Google Calendar. Every single day it recurs. Number 1, clean up. I spend 5 minutes cleaning up my upstairs before I come to work. Organizing my email, because, that just really builds really quickly and gets out of control. Physical activity. I like to walk every day for more than 5 minutes. But, if I'm pressed in a day I don't really feel like it, I at least do 5 minutes. Gratitude and connection. Thanks, my motivation in minutes, people. I am writing a book, so I spend at least 5 minutes a day on that. I am learning YouTube, so I spend 5 minutes a day. I'm taking a course currently and learning about that. It's going to take me a while to get through the course because, like I said, that is one that I do only spend 5 minutes a day on. Usually I'm setting a timer because I could just go down a rabbit hole and do that. And then I spend 5 minutes a day on our quarterly fundraising event, which we call Conchi Connects, for my business. So those are the things on my slight edge list. I might change them in January when we redo the book, but they have really served me well and taken a lot of stress off of me because I'm not thinking about all of the things I have to do. I know I'm taking care of the really important things, and those are the really important things to me. So, all right. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow on day 104. I'm just going to leave you with this Emerson quote one more time. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. So go out there, be yourself, and accomplish. All right, guys, have a great night. Bye-bye.